Hi everybody, welcome to Competitive Gaming News Update. I'm Michael Stroka here from Settle It on the Screen, here to bring you right now monthly updates just on the general news of what's happening around this website, Twin Galaxies. Maybe bringing it to you a little bit more often, but for right now, just giving you some monthly updates. Well, I hope everybody is safe. Staying at home orders hopefully will be lifting here because of the COVID-19. I hope none of your family members have been harmed, or as many, especially here in the United States where I'm from, is the job issue and the economic impact for everybody. So yes, it's going to be a different, interesting time, and yes, there's more important things that I'm going to bring up here in about 2 seconds. But if you're in a fortunate situation and you love going to your local arcade or barcade, you got to realize that you're not looking at your Dave & Buster's, you know. I mean, if you go in Dave & Buster's and enjoy your arcade games there, but most of the people in this community, you know, there's small business owners with restaurants and barcades, you know, a public place to play these old arcade games and pinball machines. That's where I come in. I know a few of them, at least in my area in Michigan, are already struggling really hard. And it's not like they're struggling with employees. They're struggling with the normal thing that everybody has, even with their home, with mortgages and, you know, payments and stuff, just to keep a business afloat, or just be able to come back when things are back to normal. So if you're in a fortunate place and you got 50 or 25 bucks, you're not donating to the arcades. You buy like a gift card, you know, for future use. You know, that just gives them the cash on hand to get it back to a point where they will be more than open arms for you to come in and play their games. Because that is definitely arcades, at least in my area in Michigan, by the time of me filming this video, that is going to be one of the last places of business that, let's say, the government will open. I'm not saying that some of them might open earlier without approval, but those are definitely some businesses that are hurting. I've heard of a couple arcades already shut their doors, start selling their games, and that's kind of unfortunate because we don't want a whole surge of games just going out for sale, because these arcade owners need to unload and, you know, support their families and all that kind of stuff. Because you know what that's all going to do? That's just going to make some private rich collector get some more of these games. No offense to you if you're watching. Put them in your personal arcade in your basement, or these pinball machines, and that would be my kicker, and buy them for a really low price because somebody needs money, and then they're going to just sit in somebody's basement for no one to enjoy until they die, and then somebody comes and hauls them away, well, etc. So if you can, long story short, if you're in the financial position during this time, you know, help your other causes first. You know, I mean, this is kind of a second part, but if you can, think about your local arcade, or barcade. That it could be a big help for you. World record shutouts from scores approved at Twin Galaxies. Here we got Stephen Grant Lynn, a new world record on the NES platform for Trojan, 833,550 points. Congratulations to you, also known as 8-Bit Steve. So that's another world record in the past month at that good old website. You also got, I'm definitely going to butcher this, Sergio, Obuel, and Rodrigo Bucciarelli, a brand new team MAME world record of most strength of 501 points, A rating for both. A++ rating for both. Great job, great performance, awesome, really fun to watch. Go on the website and check that out too. It's also happened the last month. Armando Gonzalez, he has reclaimed the Galaga 5 ship tournament setting of 9,525,700 points, something like a 6-hour run. Congratulations to Armando. We also have Chad Brevik, a score you wouldn't really think of, or a game that may not be too popular on the NES, but Major League Baseball with a biggest blowout of 205 runs. Yes, it says 97-2, but the counter stops at 97. Almost, I think it's 2.5 to 3 hour run. It is, oh man, it's hard to watch. I mean, you got to think about it. A blowout that big is not very exciting to watch, but his precision, and the last play of the game is kind of it's a play at home, which is a real bummer. But still, tremendous score by Chad, more than doubling the previous world record. So congratulations to you, Chad. The MGL 43 is winding down, the World Championship of Esports, sponsored by Grandmaster. I'll just call him Grandmaster Paul. It's one of the pretty much open, friendly arcade / MAME worldwide competitions. Basically, we don't have to give blood to participate. Let's just put it that way. It's going on. It's ending soon. You can check out the standings on Paul's post on Twin Galaxies or AussieArcade.com. But by the time you're watching this video, you know, the MGL 44 starts up, starting on June 20th, 2020. Now, basically, it has started. You might be able to, by the time you watch this video, you might be able to participate. There is grand prizes for the whole calendar year. So we're not just talking about MGL 43 or MGL 44. We're talking about the whole calendar year. By participating throughout the years, you get points based on how well you ranked. It is a really well ran tournament or championship, so I would definitely check it out, especially if you're a fan of the old arcade classics. You know, the Pac-Man, the Galagas. What was the one that we're playing? There's some obscure titles in there too. Sometimes there's like Rally X in there, but it's a good genre of arcade games that, you know, that most of you can play if you legally have the ROMs or arcade machines in your home. I'll let you decide the factor of that, but definitely check it out. You can just basically just Twin Galaxy search 000 or AussieArcade.com. You probably have already heard this by now, but just real briefly, oh, that hammer's good. That's hammer good size. William J. Mitchell has filed to sue Twin Galaxies and others for $13 million for defamation. It looks like it. I mean, I've read through the lawsuit, and it is quite funny. You can check it out for yourself. Just Google it. There's a whole bunch of other videos. But if you're under a rock and just listen to this podcast or the videos every once in a while, you're definitely going to want to check that out. It's going to be interesting. I think the judge looks at the case in either July 8th or June 8th, giving you misinformation here. But it's going to be a crazy time. More drama about a score that wouldn't even be in the top 10 anymore. So if you guys like drama, definitely check that out. I ain't going to be commenting on it too much. You've already know my opinion on the scores and everything that's gone on. But that doesn't look fun whatsoever. One more thing to take a look at around the website of Twin Galaxies. There's this thing called ESI. See who's moving up and who's moving down. So let's take a look at the list on the website. I'm going to give a props out to Daniel Ocampo. It's moved up 2 spots on the overall leaderboard, up to 14th. We got Matt Sales on the move with Garrett Holland as well. Matt up to 23rd. Garrett up 5 places to 26th, so nice job. We got Steve Gushenhausen. He's up 2 points with his PlayStation 2 pinball scores and his golf scores for Sega Genesis. Plays a lot of games I like. We're going to skip that number 40 guy. He looks a little shady there. Number 44, Mr. Paul, or he's up to 44th. Paul Kearns has moved up 1, and rounding out the bottom, Patrick Scott Patterson has dropped 1 spot. But everybody else has pretty much stayed the same. It takes a lot. So thanks for joining me here on this first edition. Hopefully we'll see more, but definitely check out my Twitch channel. They settle on the screen. Hopefully we'll be doing more broadcasts, more settling it on the screen, and some fun entertainment like we once did. But other than that, thanks, and I'll see you next time.